getting a phone call.
Oh, okay. Cool.
See, it was worth it for that alone.
Alright.
I take the phone call on air.
Yeah, take the phone call. Hey, what's up? Alright, for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Give you a survey. Okay.
May I ask if I reached you on a cell phone, sir?
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone.
Okay, great. Thank you. One moment, please. Please give me a moment. Okay, here we go. First, do you say things in California are headed in the right direction, or do you feel they're off on the wrong track, sir?
You know what? I feel like most of the time they're headed in the right direction. I feel like there's a couple of rules that are a little too tough, but it's better to be here than anywhere else, right?
Oh, excellent point, sir. Thank you. Next, here are some names of people and organizations active in public life. For each one, please indicate whether you have a favorable or unfavorable opinion of that person or organization. You can also indicate if you've never heard of a person or organization, or have heard of them but do not have enough information to offer an opinion. First one, sir, Governor Gavin Newsom. Would you be very favorable, somewhat unfavorable, very unfavorable, or never heard of?
I've never heard of him. I don't even know who that is. Kevin? You said his name's Gavin?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Newsom? Kevin.
Governor Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Governor. I'm so sorry. You know what? I think he's a chill bro. Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, would that be somewhat favorable, sir, or very favorable?
Somewhat favorable.
Really appreciate that, sir. Next person would be Katie Porter, sir.
Katie Porter. Never heard of her. Don't even know who.
Really appreciate it. Understood. Appreciate it. Offshore online gambling website, sir.
Unfavorable.
Okay. And would that be somewhat unfavorable, sir, or very unfavorable?
Very unfavorable.
Really appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Fantasy sports, sir.
Favorable.
May I ask, sir, somewhat favorable or very favorable?
Somewhat favorable?
Okay. Really appreciate that. How about something called DraftKings?
Unfavorable. Boo.
Sir, is it very unfavorable?
Very unfavorable. Yeah, I don't like those guys. They ruin my fantasy football team every year.
Oh, understood, sir. Card room casino, sir.
What was that? Cards casinos?
Card room casino, sir.
Oh no. Boo. Boo. Unfavorable. Give them the
Okay, may I answer? Somewhat or sounds like very unfavorable?
unfavorable. Completely unfavorable.
Okay, got it, sir. How about Kamala Harris, sir?
I mean, she alright. She's somewhat a medium. What's the medium? What's the medium?
Somewhat favorable.
Somewhat favorable. Yeah, put her in the medium.
Okay, really appreciate that, sir. Rob Bonta, sir.
Medium.
Okay, understood. California Indian Gaming Casino, sir.
I mean, I kind of want to say somewhat favorable. Just
Okay.
somewhat. Yeah. Normally I would be like, nah, but you know what? That Indian reservation needs to make their money. That's cool. I think they're cool. I think they're somewhat favorable. Yeah.
That's a very good point, sir. Thank you. Javier Becerra, sir.
Somewhat favorable?
Okay, really appreciate that. The California State Legislature, sir.
Somewhat favorable.
Really appreciate it. Horse racing track, sir.
I mean, favorable. No, I'm just playing. Non-favorable. Non-favor.
Okay.
Low in favor.
Would that be somewhat unfavorable, sir, or very unfavorable?
Very unfavorable. Those poor horsies.
And thank you, sir. And last in this section, online casino sweepstakes operator, sir.
Boo. Unfavorable. All the way down.
Would that be
Yeah.
somewhat unfavorable or very unfavorable?
Very unfavorable.
Okay. Really appreciate it. The next questions are about issues related to gambling and casinos in California. As you may know, sports betting is not permitted in California.
Yeah.
A statewide measure on the ballot to legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers. Would you vote yes in favor or no to oppose, sir?
No, I wouldn't vote. I would vote against it.
Okay. And would you say, sir, probable Probably no or definitely no?
Definitely no. Boo. That's not cool. You can't be doing that.
Really appreciate your answer, sir. Here are a series of different policies related to gaming in California. For each of the following, please indicate whether you personally strongly support, somewhat oppose, or strongly oppose authorizing that form of gaming. First one, allowing offshore online gambling companies to operate in California. Would you strongly support, somewhat oppose, strongly oppose, sir?
Strongly oppose.
Really appreciate that. Next one, taking enforcement actions against illegal online casinos to protect consumers and prevent underage gambling.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'd say in favor, but not very in favor.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, would you strongly support, sir, or somewhat support?
Somewhat support.
Really appreciate that, sir. Allowing Indian casinos to offer additional table games like roulette and dice games, sir.
I mean, in favor, yeah.
And may I ask, sir, would that be somewhat support or strongly support?
You know what? I support it. I strongly support it.
Okay.
And that casino needs to make its money.
Good point, sir. Allowing Indian tribes to offer in-person sports wagering at any casinos, sir.
You know what? In favor. Yeah, look it. Yeah, let's
Sir, would you
strongly support. Strongly
okay, got it.
support. Yeah.
Last in this section, allowing Indian tribes to offer online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers, sir.
Who's offering it?
Indian tribes, sir. Would you allow that? Would you strongly support, somewhat oppose, or strongly oppose?
Strongly support.
Okay, really appreciate that, sir. Next, here are two statements about online sports wagering. Please select the one that comes closest to your way of thinking, please, sir. First one, while I support generating additional funds from public services, I will not support legalizing online sports wagering in California because there are too many risks associated with it, such as underage and problem gambling. Or, I have some concerns about legalizing online sports wagering, but I'm willing to allow it in California in order to raise hundreds of millions of dollars to provide funding for Native American tribes, affordable housing, education, and other public services. So would it be the first one would more align with your thinking, or the second one, sir?
I'm pretty sure the second one was more in line with my thinking.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Next, please consider the following provisions, features, or statements about a proposal to allow online sports wagering in California. For each one, please indicate if you would be more likely or less likely to support a proposal to allow online sports wagering based on that provision, feature, or statement. First one, if it requires in-person age verification before people would be allowed to wager online. If it did that, would you be much more likely, somewhat more likely, somewhat less likely, much less likely, or would it make no difference?
Let's just say whatever the medium is.
Okay, that would be, there's kind of two in the middle there. There's somewhat less likely or somewhat more likely.
Somewhat more.
Makes no difference.
Somewhat more.
Okay, got it. Next one, sir. Provides ownership and shared revenues by all California Indian tribes, including disadvantaged tribes that do not have casinos. So do you somewhat more?
More in favor. More in favor. More in favor.
Much more or somewhat more, sir?
Much more.
Okay, really appreciate it. Ensures most revenue raised from online sports wagering would stay in California.
Much more. Much more.
Okay, really appreciate it. Almost at the end of the section, sir. Helps California Indian tribes to compete effectively in today's online economy.
Much more.
Okay, last one here. Supported by most California Indian tribes, sir.
Much more?
Okay, really appreciate it. Moving on, sir. The next set of questions present statements from supporters and opponents of changing state law to legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers.
Less likely?
Next here, well, here it is. So here are some statements from people who support online ballot measure to legalize online sports wagering. For each statement, please indicate whether you find it to be very convincing, somewhat convincing, not at all convincing, reason to vote yes. If you do not believe the statement, please indicate that as well. First one. Indian gaming has helped California tribes become self-reliant by creating good jobs and investing in education, healthcare, and public safety for tribal members, while protecting Native American natural resources and cultural heritage. A broad coalition of both gaming and non-gaming California Indian tribes supports this measure because it will continue to support support tribal self-reliance and uphold the commitment voters made to California Indian tribes. Do you find that argument, sir, very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing, or do you not believe it, sir?
Somewhat.
Okay, really appreciate it. Next one, sir. This measure implements safeguards to prevent underage gambling. To be eligible to participate in online sports wagering, individuals must register in person during the first 2 years with state-issued license or ID cards to prove they are 21 or older. Do you find that very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing, or do you not believe, sir? Okay.
Somewhat convincing, yeah.
Really appreciate that, sir. Next one, Californians illegally gamble billions on sports every year through offshore black market, through the offshore black market, but California doesn't receive a penny of this revenue. This measure will replace the illegal unregulated markets with a regulated market that is safe for consumers and will generate hundreds of millions of dollars in new revenue for vital public services. Do you find that very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing? Do you not believe?
Somewhat, they have a good point on that one. I wouldn't say that's a direct yes, but I wouldn't say that's a very convincing argument either. So somewhat convincing.
Thank you very much, sir. Last one here. This measure provides an unprecedented commitment of millions of dollars of new revenue to every smaller, poorer Indian tribe in the state that receives little financial benefit from tribal gaming. 2/3 of California tribes are in the rural areas and struggle to provide members with basic services, including running water and reliable gas and electricity. This initiative will finally ensure that rural and overlooked tribes receive the support they were promised and deserve. Do you find that very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing? Do you not believe?
Somewhat,
Okay.
Somewhat.
Yeah, I understood, sir. Now that you have more information, if a statewide measure to legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers were on the ballot, would you vote yes in favor, sir, or no to oppose?
Can you run in one more time, please? I gotta think about this.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I gotta think about this.
Now that you have more information, if a statewide measure to legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers were on the ballot, would you vote yes in favor, sir, or no to oppose?
I ask one more time. I'm so sorry. Please, can you ask me?
No.
Can you please?
Happy to do it, sir.
Yeah.
Now that you have more information, if
Mm-hmm.
a statewide measure to
Yeah.
legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers were on the ballot, would you vote yes in favor or no to oppose, sir?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
you know what? Somewhat oppose. I'm gonna say somewhat. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Really appreciate the answer, sir. Next, here are some statements from people who oppose online ballot measures to legalize online sports wagering. For each statement, please indicate whether you find it to be very convincing, somewhat convincing, or a not convincing reason to vote no. If you do not believe the statement, you may indicate that as well. First one, studies show that online gambling is far more addictive than in-person gambling, leading to more problem gambling and mental health problems. Further, the accelerated speed of play, easy access, and immediate nature of online and mobile gambling are especially attractive to youth and those prone to impulsive gambling. Do you find that, sir, very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing, or do you not believe, sir?
That's very convincing to me.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Next one. There is no proven way to stop kids and teens from gambling online. Under this provision, literally every teenager's phone, tablet, or video game console could become a gambling device, and it is virtually impossible to prevent teens from using an adult's account to gamble online. Research shows teens and kids are highly vulnerable to becoming addicted to online gambling and sports betting, which often leads to depression, theft, and other crimes. Do you find that, sir, very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing? Do you not believe?
Not very convincing at all.
Okay, really appreciate that, sir. Next one here. California is facing a $12 billion budget deficit this year, but this measure to legalize online and in-person sports wagering would not provide the state with any revenue to fund vital public services. In fact, this measure could make the state's financial crisis even worse, forcing the state to spend millions to address the increase in problem gambling and to deal with the increased crime and poverty that would result. Do you find that very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing? Do you not believe, sir?
Not very convincing.
Okay, thank you. Really appreciate the answer, sir. Last in this section. A majority of California's Indian tribes oppose this deceptively written measure because it will undercut Indian gambling. It is vital to uplift California's tribes and their people. Due to loopholes in this measure, there is no guarantee that any new revenue will make it to disadvantaged tribes. Just like the claims the lottery would fix education, this measure is a bait and switch, sir. You find that very convincing, somewhat convincing, not convincing? Do you not believe, sir?
Oh, somewhat convincing.
Okay, really appreciate that, sir. Moving on. Sometimes over the course of a survey like this one, people change their minds, and sometimes they do not. Thinking one more time, if a statewide measure to legalize online and mobile sports wagering via smartphone apps, tablets, and computers are on the ballot, would you vote yes in favor, sir, or no to oppose?
I would say no, I wouldn't be in favor.
Okay, and may I ask, sir, would you definitely vote be against or probably against?
Probably against, yeah.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, sir. Changing topics, overall, how familiar are you with fantasy sports? Very familiar, somewhat familiar, not too familiar, not at all familiar, sir?
Somewhat familiar.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, sir. Have you played fantasy sports in the last 12 months, sir?
No, I haven't.
Okay, really appreciate that. Let me just get that there. You're almost done with the survey, and the final question is for classification purposes only. Have you ever gambled at a casino in California, sir?
No, not in California.
Okay, really appreciate that, sir. Thank you. This is a completely confidential survey, and we need to ask some questions so we can make sure that everyone's views are reflected. As you may know, many people from all walks of life place bets on sporting events online and via mobile apps. Have you or any of your close friends or family members bet on sporting events online or via mobile apps, sir?
I mean, this is confidential, right?
Yes, sir.
100% confidential? Okay, I mean, yeah, every once in a while, just...
Okay.
Alright, well, between friends, obviously. Not,
Okay.
yeah. Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead, sir.
Alright, can I, if I was theoretically recording this and I shared it with my friends, would that get me in trouble?
I don't know.
Okay.
May I ask, sir, if, were you referring to yourself or yourself, a friend or family member?
No, just theoretically, like if somebody was to...
Or both.
Or both. Yeah, both.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a survey, right?
Right.
Yeah, I would just be sharing it with my friends, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as I know. If California legalizes online sports betting, how likely would you be to wager on sporting events via online and mobile devices? Very likely, somewhat likely, or not too likely, sir?
I mean, somewhat likely?
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If California legalizes in-person sports betting, how likely would you be to go to an indie casino to wager on sporting events? Very likely, somewhat likely, or not too likely?
I mean, somewhat likely.
Okay, really appreciate that. Do you play sweepstakes for casino games online via apps, which are sometimes referred to as social casinos or social gaming, sir?
No, not at all. Never.
Okay, really appreciate that. Next, what is the last level of school you completed? Less than high school graduate, vocational technical school, some college with no degree, associate's degree, 4-year college degree, graduate school, sir?
High school degree.
Okay, got it. Really appreciate that, sir. With which racial or ethnic group do you identify, sir? Latino or Hispanic, white or Caucasian, Black or African American, Asian or Pacific Islander, multiracial, some other ethnic or racial group background?
Chicano and Hispanic.
Understood, sir. Really appreciate that. How would you describe your political perspective, sir? Very liberal, somewhat liberal, moderate, somewhat conservative, very conservative?
Somewhat liberal.
Okay, really appreciate it, sir. What was it? I think this is the last question, but it's very close. What was the total combined income for all the people in your household before taxes in 2024? I don't need to know the exact amount, but please stop me when I've reached the correct household income category. 25,000 and under, 25,000 to 50,000, 50,000 to 75,000, 75,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to 125, 125 to 150, more than 150, sir.
75 to 100.
Okay, really thank you, sir. Very much appreciate it. I ask your gender, sir? That's
Male.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. One more moment. Thank you very much for your patience and hanging with me, sir. Those are all the questions I have, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, sir.
All right, so you have a wonderful day.
You too. Really appreciate it. Have a good night.
Really appreciate it too. All right.
Honest to God, that might be the funniest thing we've ever done.
it's not. It's not the funny shit we've done.
No, the funniest bit, just the fact that came up and we just rolled with it for as long as we did.
Off the record. Off the record. This is. Have you ever seen cocaine?
No.
I know, right?
I saw Cocaine Bear.
I mean, yeah, but that's different. I'm saying like in
Bear had
real-
cocaine.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole fucking premise of the fucking movie, man.
I didn't know that going in.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was just gonna be a movie about a bear.
It's literally Cocaine Bear. How the fuck you missed that?
Yeah.
You know, you have context for cocaine. It's don't act like a fucking.
I thought they were gonna do a bunch of cocaine and then
get-
fight a bear.
Oh,
I didn't know the bear did cocaine. The
Like-
senator from The Wire was in that.
I know. That was crazy.
Shit.
Shit. What?
Heroin.
No, motherfucker.
That
God damn it. Could you please? What? What the fuck? Now you start being fucking funny. God damn it, man. Fuck. What? The pod.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can I get a hell yeah?
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Okay.
It's what?
The pod.
Too soon.
Oh. No, you can't fucking put. I know. I seen the punctuation. It's 3 spaces. It's like that's like. You can't. What is that? 30 seconds?
The pod.
And you're like that.